Hey y'all, it's C with C, and thanks for coming to Couch Cruise with me. I know, if you were like me, I was live streaming from the. I was not live streaming from the ship. I was watching the live stream from the ship because, as you know, the influencers, the travel agents, everyone who is on the ship right now is in the middle of the naming ceremony. And if you were locked in, you know that the not captain, executive, the CEO, I believe, of Norwegian. Let me get myself together. Of MSC Cruises. How dare I? Just took the podium. But I know for sure that Rockwell's live stream, Extremely Adventure, she caught most of the highlights, particularly what we were all looking for, and that was the Dirty Dancing Show. So welcome in, everyone. My name is Carlene. This is my channel, See It With C, and I am the originator of the Couch Cruise concept, where we are literally going to have a moment where someone was going to come from the ship, hopefully. Prayer that the Wi-Fi works, because I know the Wi-Fi has been really weird today. But let's get in here. I hope you all did your homework. Have you been watching? Have you been taking notes? Because this is our opportunity to really pull this ship apart. Watching this MSC makes its probably grandest debut into the U.S. market. So let's see who we have in here. A lot of you all I saw during the. Oh, I didn't plug my. Hold on, I'm sorry, my mouse. There we go. A lot of y'all I saw throughout the day in various live streams. First, we have G Fox saying, "What's up, C in chat? I'm here for the Couch Cruise, and welcome in 21 people. My name is Carlene. This is my channel, See It With C. And I am all excited because, as I announced on Monday, I will be on this ship. I mean, I'm at home. I'm not in my couch right now. I didn't even feel like setting up the Couch Cruise, my setup down, moving downstairs to my couch. So I hope you all don't mind me just coming from, my home office. But if you've been like me, my eyes have been glued on all things MSC because, as I announced on Monday, I'll be hopping on MSC World America for 7 days on this ship. And just having watched all the things throughout the day, I am excited. At first, I was a little lukewarm. I'm like, this is my 4th MSC cruise, and I'm like, it's going to give me something that it hasn't given me yet. And I definitely think this ship is going to be a nice 7-day getaway. So G Fox is here. She says, "What's up, C in the chat? I'm here for couch cruising. Can't wait to talk about everything so far." And yes, we're going to go from the ship making its appearance into the Miami Cruise Terminal or Miami Cruise Canal on Monday, all the way to all the things that we saw today. So I hope you took your notes. I hope you got all the things ready. Only Going Yellow is here. Hey, Yellow, saying happy Wednesday, Couch Cruises. Yes, happy Wednesday. And what I want to do is I'm going to start with recapping the things that I saw. Sorry, my dinner is trying to make a reappearance, apparently. I'm going to recap all the things that I saw. And then about 8:30-ish, when the the naming ceremony is going to be wrapping up at 8:30 or so, and then I'll be able to, the plan is to grab some of the influencers, travel agents, personalities that are on board to pop in and give us their view from the ship. So hang on. I know we're going to be talking until about 8:30 or so, and then I have at least one person scheduled, and hopefully we can sneak in 1 or 2 more. So thank y'all for being here. Gina's World is here. Hey, Gina's World, good to see you in here. And I saw you hanging out in Rich and Jazz's live stream. Shiro is in the building saying, hey, see in chat. We were in there giggling, Shiro, about the, what is it called? The Dirty Dancing concept. I was like, who's going to do the lift? So we're going to go from literally Monday through what we saw a few minutes ago. So welcome in, Shiro. Crazy Homebody Girl is here saying, hey, welcome in. Oh, Team Reese is also saying, hey, welcome in, Team Reese Travels. Cruising Capers in the building. What? Welcome in, Miss Cruising Capers. Thank you for being here. Turkisha Huggins is saying, hey, happy Wednesday. And hey, good to see you here. I saw Turkisha in all the live streams too. We were having a good old time. Those live streams got me through my 10-hour day. Game Changers in the building. Game Changer is a newly converted MSC fan. MSC that stole Game Changer from MSC that stole a Game Changer from Celebrity. Gina's World, let's talk about this. The bandwidth is struggling on board. Yes. So that's something that we noticed. And I will say it's been a theme recently when they've been doing these preview cruises. They bring on so many creators, so many people who are live streaming at once to get the content. The internet has been a little spotty in a lot of places. I was watching Rich and Jazz's live was kind of going in and out, but they found some spots. So it's just something to be mindful of, like as a creator, as you're on board. And I've already I was watching those live streams, making my strategy of like, okay, what spot do I go on? I have my spot mapped out for Saturday when I board the ship. I'm like, I might have to use my cell phone. My cell phone's been tripping, but I bought the streaming package. So we'll see how it holds up on Saturday. But yes, the Wi-Fi, the bandwidth has been struggling with that many people streaming, trying to get everyone the first look out there. Margaret Logan's in the building saying, hi everyone, and happy Wednesday. Yes. Hi, Margaret. Thanks for popping. And Keisha says, Carlene. Hi. Good to see you in here. Traveling in Harmony. Oh, welcome in. Are you all new to the channel? Good to see you all here. Sweet D is back saying, hey, Carlene, all in the chat. Who else? We got a lot of people. We got some good. Okay. Have y'all been taking notes? This is I told y'all, whenever you come to Couch Cruise, this is not the 101 session. We're going to get deep. We're going to get deep into the content. Team Reese says, I missed everything today. I need the Couch Cruise highlights, and we got them. The Couch Cruises have the highlights. We have been obsessing about this ship probably not even just this week, since probably last week as we started getting peaks from the transatlantic. I know Jay the Nomad was starting to pull out some of the pieces that he could show. And there was a group of people who were doing a lot of Instagram content last week, but now we finally got some people on board and we're get to see the sneak peeks. Crazy Body Girl says, I might have to add MSC to the roster, and you should, because the price is right. And just before I hopped on the live stream, I heard the guy who's been named as the vice president or CEO for the North America market, I know his name is Ruben, didn't catch his last name, mentioned that World Atlantic was coming. So when I got in here, I was like, ooh, I need to start looking to see when to book World Atlantic, because I booked MSC World America June 2023. I booked it in June 2023. I only paid $1,059 back in June 2023 for interior for 7 days. 7 days for an interior, y'all. And then recently, because I've been doing some of the interior cabins, and I decided to do the bid process. So I bid and I got upgraded to a deluxe promenade balcony cabin. So that will be the cabin that I'll have for 7 days on MSC. But again, so that was like maybe $500 more, so $1,500 for a balcony, 7 days, from like $1,000 for an interior. So the price is right. And I think we're going to see is this inaugural selling is sold out. However, what I'm hearing is after the inaugural, the ship is not sold out completely. So my guess is that they're going to still continue to offer competitive pricing as they continue to ease into this market. Travel Yes We See is here saying, good evening, Travel Yes We See. Social Justice, I made it. Yes, Social Justice was like, I need a reminder, and I did not remember to remind you at all. Cruising Campus is watching the name ceremony on my laptop and you on my phone. Thanks for watching, and thanks for doing both. I literally just logged off the naming ceremony so I can get started, because I did not want to leave y'all hanging. And my goal is to do this in about an hour. So let's, hopefully I got most of the chat, most of the hellos. Monet to the Cheese says, we're in here for some good couch cruising. Well, I'm glad you are. I got my MSC mug full of red wine. I feel like the Italians will be very, very pleased with me for this decision. So yeah, let's start. So we know last week or so, World America came through with its, what is it called? The christening, where they drop the bottle, it hits the side of the ship, and it was on its merry way across the Atlantic. And on that day, we got a surprise announcement. Everyone knew that Asia was coming online, but there was a new ship that no one knew what it was going to be. Well, they announced World Atlantic, and supposedly World Atlantic will be coming to the U.S. My sneaky suspicion is World Atlantic, they're going to rotate. They're going to put a big ship in Orlando and put a big ship, or Port Canaveral, put a big ship in Miami. So that's something to watch, keep your eyes out on, and World Atlantic is supposed to be coming in 2027. She made her way across the Atlantic and got here on Monday and eased into the Miami Canal, which if y'all were anything like me, I didn't get up. I wasn't up like early how I was for Icon. Icon sees for some reason I was up at 6:30 that morning. My phone just started buzzing. I'm seeing all these notifications. Well, World America, I wasn't able to watch her entrance until I got to work. And luckily, there are several port cameras in Miami. So I was able to rewind them to see the grand entrance of MSC World America. I'm going to pause and get into the comments. I want to go, yo, since I missed the Dirty Dancing snippet, go back to MH Family Adventures. Her internet understood the assignment. And we're going to talk about that because we were all holding our breath for the Patrick Swayze moment. And they immediately, how they started, I'm like, MSC is really committing to representation. And the one thing I can love, I know this term is pissing people off for some reason, but you can still do DEI without putting term DEI all over stuff. And it's just been really good to see some of the representation throughout the ship. And I really enjoyed like watching the whole comparison between Drew Barrymore and Orlando Bloom saying, this is American, this is Italian cruising, like, and how they're not fully pulling all the way away from the things that make World America or make MSC the Italian and Swiss owned brand. But just saying like, here's how we are inclusive of cultures, or countries too. So the Dirty Dancing snippet, we all were holding our breath to see if they're going to do the lift. And it was interesting to see. Damian Quanda is in the building. What up, Damian Quanda? Thanks for being here. Saying happy Wednesday. And Damian Quanda are live streaming right at 9:00. So my plan is to hopefully get out of their way because I'm like, I want to be in bed at 9 this evening. Sharon says she thought Dirty Dancing was good and a female lead was singing. Yeah, so the whole Dirty Dancing concept, each ship, when they roll these ships out, they have to have some sort of show, some sort of pool. Well, Dirty Dancing is supposed to be the show for MSC World America. And it's supposed to be sort of like, I heard it described by Bite Size Cruises as, and according to the description that they have on their site, as like how they do Rocky Horror Picture Show where they show the movie and then all of a sudden out pops, several people doing certain the dance schemes and doing some of the quotes, and then they go away, you watch the movie, and then kind of like an immersive movie experience is what it seems like Dirty Dancing is. So we got to get a peep of Dirty Dancing during the the naming ceremony a few minutes ago. If you want a really cool, clear stream of the naming ceremony, pop over to Rockwell for MH Family Adventures. I know she probably has a few more minutes. I got to peep at their schedule because the creators who got on board were like, it's a very regimented schedule. So I got to see what their schedule is. And so they're wrapping up in that in the naming ceremony at 8:30. And then hopefully once Rockwell gets out of traffic with all the people leaving the ceremony, she'll pop on here. Marilyn Relatives is saying, hey, Carlene and everyone. But yes, there was a female lead who was singing her face off. And then there are just several, I don't know, it was an interesting concept. It's going to be interesting to see it. I will confess that on ships, I am not a show girl. Like, for me, on ships, I'd rather be outside or at the bar or listen to live music. So I'm going to try to dedicate some time, but how it's described is in the app. And I've already had, hopefully I can show that video of that, the app. They have already released the, what is it called? They've released the daily program in the MSC app, at least snippets of the daily program in the MSC app. And so how Dirty Dancing is described is basically it's a movie. They show Dirty Dancing the movie. So that's like what, almost an hour and a half, 2 hour commitment. So I'm gonna get in there and see, but y'all know I don't like a whole lot of shows, and I don't like the long shows. Like when I did Oasis of the Seas and I watched Cats for 2.5 hours, I was like, this is 2.5 hours of my cruise life that I can't get back. So we'll see how it goes. Game Changer says, I'm using 3. She got a phone, a tablet, and a TV. So if you got all those, make sure y'all pop out whatever your preferred means is. If anybody is from the ship, let me add this link here. I know we're waiting for Rockwell, but that's a StreamYard link. Yeah, since you have all those three on your tablet, phone, and TV, do not forget to hit the like button on this stream just so the algorithm can, push this information out there and we can get more folks to join us. Torquisha says, Gina, the bandwidth is struggling on board. I totally gave a meme for this. So yeah, let's get back into it. So Monday, finally, the World America made her transatlantic journey. And I know over the weekend, I was between watching Norwegian Aqua that's coming over and watching MSC World America stuff. But on Monday, I was able to see her come in. And she wasn't given a lot in the canal, but it was funny because if you all remember when Icon came into the canal, it was like they had the subwoofers going, they had the screens on, they had every outdoor element working. Well, if you see World America, she's not too much of a ship that has like a lot of her outside parts kind of exposed to everyone to see. But what they did have was the swing. And whoever they put on that swing coming from World America, they were pumping for their lives on Monday. Hello, Tommy Johnson. Thanks for coming here. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yes. See, this is what I'm talking about couch cruising. You have to watch the content. So G Fox says, already out the gate, the Jen Danielle Experience, if you're not familiar with her channel, has released a unique video. So I know we had like at least a couple people who are doing live streaming from, walking around the ship, giving you ship tours. But Jen, I think, was the first one that we got out content related to the spa. And it's a cute 3-minute video of the spa experience on World America. And I will say, as someone who has did the spa on Meraviglia, I've also did the spa on Seashore, I think. World America, because I would say MSC Spa does not knock my socks off, but World America Spa looks like they have done some enhancements. They have a huge thermal pool, and some of the rooms look a little different. So I was excited to see that because I've been in MSC Spa, and I was kind of like, for me, the ships that still have the best spas, hands down. And I know people don't really enjoy the Norwegian experience, but Norwegian Prima class, those spas look like a 5-star resort. So for me, the Prima has like still the best spa I've ever encountered at sea. But I would say just by video alone, this World America looks like it could have the second best spa that I've encountered at sea. And since it'll be my diamond cruise on MSC, I will get to be able to experience that. I think I get like an hour in the spa. So looking forward to checking that out. But I appreciate that they didn't just like regurgitate the spa concept and just plop it on the ship, that they made some enhancements. Game Changer says Sister Girl is singing and got folks on their feet on the MSC now. Oh, the lady who was singing from the and shoot, y'all make me want to put it up. I wonder if I could. I don't know if I can stream. I was like, I feel like I should share. I should share screens a little bit. Oh, we got a super chat. Thank you so much, Margaret Logan. Margaret Logan says, why can't I show the super chat? Oh, I think I got to do this. Margaret Levis says, thanks for couch cruising. No problem, Margaret. As long as there is a ship, I'm going to couch cruise it. So I appreciate you all for sending the love. I also want to again say thank you for those who sent some monetary donations on Monday. Thank you, Mickey's Adventure. Thank you, G Fox. Mickey's Adventure and G Fox will have me apparently swinging for my life at some point. Turkisha and Gina's World. Sig has got me doing a mezcal margarita. Turkisha got me doing a rum punch. Gina's World got me having hola tacos. Jaretha sent some money for wine. On the go, YOLO sent me some money to say have fun. So look out for those experiences on the vlogs. My plan for when I get on the ship is definitely to when I get on the ship, my plan is to get you all a room tour and give you all kind of like a quick preview for the day. So it won't be my full vlog, but kind of like a first impression style of a vlog, not a live. And I'll probably also go live at 4:00. That's when the sail away will be, or actually sail away is like 4:30. I'll probably go live for that too. But yes, if you have not seen, the Jen Ayo Experience has released a vlog already on a spa tour. On a Go Yellow says that price is awesome. Absolutely, that price was awesome. And I will say, MSC, talking about loyalty, when you're in their tiers, you get a discount for, of course, booking early, but you also get a discount based on the tier that you are on MSC. So I'm Diamond now, and I get like a certain percentage off as well. So they are, I will say, really building loyalty. And then something that was released today is Explorer. So Explorer Journeys is MSC's luxury concept. They just rolled out a loyalty program. And of course, they're going to status match your MSC status to Explorer. And then they are also going to status match the luxury line. So like Regent, Seascape, Regent, Silver Sea, Ocean, like those type of luxury lines. Explorer just rolled out a status match program. So if y'all sail MSC now a lot, use these cheaper cruises to help you get status with Explorer so that you can get discounts, etc., when you get on Explorer Journeys. And something I like about MSC's program, what is it called? Loyalty program, is I think that they give you points, and somebody correct me about this or let me know if I'm correct or on point about this. MSC doesn't just give you points for the amount of days that you cruise. I think you also earn points on MSC for how much you actually spend on the ship, which is helpful because that's, I think, how I got to Diamond so quickly. I did a status match for my first MSC, but even then I didn't status match Diamond. I think I status matched into Gold. I know some people say wait and try to get into Diamond, but after 4 cruises, I'm already at Diamond. So I think they also include some of the amounts that you actually spend on board. So somebody can check that as well as like the number of cruises that you actually sail. Who we got here? Crazy Homebody says, girl says, ooh, I saw the deluxe balcony suite on MH Adventures channel. It looks really nice. Cool. Yeah. No, I don't have a suite. I'm sorry. I don't have a deluxe balcony suite. I have a deluxe promenade balcony. No suite. So basically it's a bigger balcony and it overlooks the promenade area. So we'll see what that, and I wanted that experience because I wanted to, one, I was tired of being in interiors after so many cruises doing interior. I just was like, I need some sunlight. And then 2, it also kind of just, was a new concept. Well, not new, because MSC Europa has the split, promenade concept, but this will be my first time experiencing the promenade on MSC. So I decided to upgrade. I bid for they have these also ocean views that have floor to ceiling windows. So I bid on that one. I tried to get into Yacht Club. I did bid on Yacht Club. They were asking for like maybe $1,000 more. Maybe not $1,000. It's like $2,000 maybe more for Yacht Club. But yeah, basically the bid that I got was my deluxe balcony, promenade balcony. Marty Lovis says, yes, that thermal spa is nice. Yeah, they did their big one with the thermal spa for sure, because that was my worry. My worry was 2 things. I did not want World America to be a spitting image of World Europa. And that's what people were selling. Everybody was like, oh, it's the same thing as Europa. It's going to be the same thing as Europa. Well, kudos to MSC for judging it up a little bit, adding some concepts that were a little different than World Europa. They switched around some spaces. They added some things. And like it has some of my favorite components from some of its other ships on this ship. And I'll get into that a little bit too. Parkland Ghost says, man, I can't keep up. We got FOMO bad. Oh, yeah. I mean, look, we can't get on all this shit. Or maybe we can, but somebody got to stay home. Because that's how I felt like watching all y'all on Icon. And now it feels like the reverse. Traveling in Harmony says, not new to the channel, normally Team Replay. Well, I'm so happy you all caught alive. Jaretha Parker, Jaretha, I owe you a phone call, girl. I was just trying to get my life together this week as I'm getting ready to head out. Says, hey, Captain, see the chat. Hello, Jaretha. Thanks for coming in here. Cynthia says, I just booked for the August 9th selling last week. Love that you will be on the inaugural on Saturday. Yes, I'm excited about that. So I fly in on Friday. Now, if y'all been following me, y'all know I have not flew in a day before a cruise in a long time. Since probably when I had to go to Istanbul for Regent. So I flew in because I'm like, I'm not going to miss this moment. I know yesterday there were some weather delays. So I was watching Addie and Terry's Instagram. They mentioned being delayed. And then if you all watched this morning, the Today Show third hour was sponsored by MSC Cruises. So Al Roker and the team, Al Roker, Craig, and I don't know who the lady's name is, were on the ship this morning, but they were mentioning that they got caught in some weather heading down to Miami, and they had to, I think, divert to somewhere. They ended up having like an hour and a half drive to get to Miami to be on time. So I'm happy that you are on this ship August 9th. And Cynthia, if you don't mind, can you tell us, like, because everybody's interested about price points. And I know a lot of times with, the inaugural season of a ship, a lot of times the price is out of reach. Do you mind sharing how much you paid for your August 9th selling? And if you too want to book MSC Cruises, I am a travel agent. I am able to sell MSC Cruises, so I'm more than happy to look for you to find you a good deal. And I know usually with this whole inaugural, particularly for World America rolling out, I'm sure there's some perks for you booking with me for MSC. Particularly with them breaking into this market, they are giving some good things as well as good deals away. Kristen is here saying, hey, Captain C and friends. Welcome in, Kristen. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a channel member. And shout out to all the channel members. I saw Miss Parker. I saw Jaretha. So thank y'all. And anyone I might have missed, sorry. Gina's World. Gina's World says, Margaret Logan, that Aria spa looks wonderful. Jen did she did a very nice job of the tour. Like, basically she caught the aesthetic of the what's it called? Of the Lord, I'm tired and drawing blank. Of the spa. Lord have mercy. She caught the aesthetic of the spa and all the key areas in 3 minutes. It's a really quick 3-minute video. Got in and got out. Also follow her, Jen, on Instagram, because her Instagram stories she's been showing. She has an Instagram story with Dan Marino, former Miami Dolphins player. And yeah. Thank you, Parkers on the Go. Says hit that like. Please hit the like button. It's just, you can hit it from your phone. You even can up on your remote and that hits the like. So thank y'all. On the Go Yellow says, yes, I heard Orlando was a big fan of MSC. Yeah, and somebody, I can't remember if it was Addie and Terry or someone else mentioned that quite a few celebrities like MSC. And that's probably why a lot of their yacht club, filming requirements are pretty stringent. I can't remember, was it Addie and Terry mentioned like they were on a sailing, or Katy Perry apparently was selling MSC one time and she had a room in the yacht club. So, get that yacht club experience. You never know who you might be rubbing elbows with up there in the yacht club. I gotta try it out, because if Katy Perry likes the yacht club as well as Uncle Eddie like the yacht club, then it must be on to something. Parks on the Go says, now what they do excuse me. Now, what they better do is make Dirty Dancing good. Nobody puts baby in the corner. Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see how they balance out the things with, like, the movie elements, the live performance. Because I get the spin, but I'm like, the iconic part of Dirty Dancing is the part at the end. So I'm like, were there musical notes? Were there songs in Dirty Dancing? Like, I feel like I just remember the inappropriate parts. Where the sisters auditioning for the talent show, then the lady was, having a little situation with the baby. So yeah, I'm like, I don't know how they're going to change this into a stage play, but we're going to find out. We're going to find out this weekend. Travel, yes, we see. But I will say, to your point, Siobhan, it seems like at least the female lead has strong vocals, and the dancers are pretty strong with dancing. So it's good. That's exciting to see. Travels, yes, we see, says there is a fixed MSC aesthetic. Classy, not gaudy. So Ship is definitely giving hints of Seascape, etc. Yeah, and see, Seascape was my worst MSC experience. Like, I did not have a great time on Seascape. But I will say, like, World America has like some of the elements that I really like from some of the MSC ships. So for World America, I love that it has the stadium seating on the Lido deck. That's something that Mirabilia has on the back where the adults only area is. And I was trying to peep to see if I can't tell or not. It looks like the adults only area may or may not. I can't see if it has the stadium seating in the back, but I really love that stadium seating on the Lido. The pool is similar to the Mirabilia's pool, where it has like two pools and like the connection part in the middle, where I think Seashore just had like that big round stage in the middle. So I love that the elements that it pulled. And what I'm also hearing is like while World Europa doesn't have the Swarovski crystal staircase, there are, and I think I've seen in somebody's ship tour, there is at least one set of crystal stairs on World America. So I definitely think that they pulled some good elements. I like the aesthetic. I wish they would let go of the brown. I wish they would embrace color like a little more. Like, I love the warm colors that are on the Prima class ships. But it seems like they've done something. So we'll see what it feels like in person on Saturday. Leslie says, hello, Leslie. Fox says, make sure y'all send that offer plate around for couch cruising. Thank you, G Fox. Thank you. Damian Quanah says, Cats is the worst show ever made. And here's the wild part about it. And if anybody sees MH Family Adventure, just make sure she get this link. So Cats is a play that I did not. So if people don't really know, on the Oasis class, in the Icon class, on the Royal Caribbean big ships, and even on the smaller ships, because Independence had Greece. Royal Caribbean typically has a stage play, or some of its. Damian Quan, let me know which classes the stage plays start at, because I know there was a stage play on Independence, and of course, like Icon has Wizard of Oz. Star will have Back to the Future, I believe. Anywho, on Oasis of the Seas show is Cats. And I've never seen Cats on Broadway. I love the song, memories all alone in the moonlight. So anywho, I decided, like, okay, I would go watch this because I've never saw Cats before. And literally, I suffered through like 2.5 hours. No intermission. They don't give you no intermission when you see it on the ship. Because I wanted to know who was the Jellicle whatever. Like, which cat was going to heaven? That's what I wanted to know. I was committed. And to hear the memory song. Apparently, there's going to be a remake Cats with a ballroom, like a ballroom like theme coming back, possibly revived on Broadway. But I was committed, but I wasted 2.5 hours of my cruise life. And that's also, like, I think why I'm not a cruise ship show girl. Like, I'm just like, I want to see shows on land. If I'm on a ship, I want to be outside sweating or, perched somewhere drinking a rum punch. I don't think I necessarily want to be watching the show. But yeah, I wonder if Royal Caribbean will ever cycle out Cats. We shall see. Travel Yes We See says, MSC shows don't do it for me. It's like they are literally reading sheet music, no soul. Hopefully these are better shows. Well, Travel Yes We See, looking at the what is it called? The performers that they previewed tonight, I think we want to get the soul factor, because they immediately got me with the entrance to Dirty Dancing, out comes, a male vocalist and a female vocalist. And I was just looking like, no offense, but I was looking like, I know this ain't gonna be the lift situation with these two. So then out behind them comes like, more of the dancers who I'm like, okay, this little girl, like she can like, just toss her around, because the lift, you got to make sure that you get them up, hold them, bring them back down. And so out came like the characters, and I was like, ooh, the people are about to be mad, because the person, the Patrick Swayze character, is melanated. And I'm like, the cruise girl's about to be upset that they done found a black Patrick Swayze. But the way they did it seems interesting. They only gave you a sneak peek, so it'll be interesting to see like how the rest of it is. But at least they didn't have like the weird MSC. Remember they used to have those really weird costumes, like the ABBA themed costumes. It looks like they're moving away from the ABBA shows, that kind of thing. So we'll see. My watch is yelling at me. Damian Quanda says, my first ship show, and I hated it. Yeah, Cats is an really interesting experience. Why did I get texted 12 minutes ago? Okay. Edward Strand texted me and says, yes, for MSC's loyalty program, you get extra, you earn points on the ship as you spend on the ship. So it's not just about days sale that you sell. It's also about how much you spend, so you're earning points. Because I was like, how did I get diamond? And I only been on 4 cruises. I guess I've been spending money on MSC. Who else we got here? Parks and the Ghost says, your first mistake was watching Cats on the ship. I wanted some culture in my life. I was like, I ain't never seen Cats before. And I was pissed off because I should have did this. And this is my lesson learned to myself of like, don't wait to see the show on the last day. Because I literally was like, that was 2.5 hours of my life. Like I need to catch the shows at the beginning. So for Dirty Dancing, my goal is to do that on the first day or two. So that I can knock it out just in case it's not that great. Sharon says we need a trimmed down 45-minute show. 2 hours is a lot on a cruise. Yes, because we want fun and we want sun. The MSC ambassador himself, Edward Strand, is here saying, good evening, sis, and what's happening, my couch cruising family. Hey, Uncle Eddie, and welcome in 47 people. My name is Carlene. This is my channel, See with C, where we are couch cruising. So we are watching all the things MSC, World America, and we are talking about it. So I know we got the couch cruising cousins got deep into the weeds already. So anyway, I was talking about when MSC came into the canal on Monday. They had them people pumping for their lives on the swing. And then she parked at the terminal. So then fast forward to today, which is a day that we were waiting for, because a lot of people have finally, all the creators that they brought on started releasing content about like 10 o'clock. I started seeing peaks and glimpses. Actually, no, I'm sorry. MSC sponsored the Today Show, the third hour of the Today Show. So we got our first glimpse of what it looked like inside the World America with Uncle Al Roker, Craig, and the nice lady. And I was shocked to see, and excuse the hell out of me, I missed the fact that they had a brewery on board. That was the first like concept on the ship that I didn't realize, like, I guess I had missed the memo on. So it was cool to see that they do have a brewery, and apparently they brew with ocean water. Cruising Caper says we saw Elements and it was 1 hour. Uncle Eddie says, in regards to the spa, take advantage of your free spa. And I will be taking advantage of my free spa. I got free spa and I got a $50 onboard credit. That initially I was going to use for Ola Tacos, but since y'all had blessed me, I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to use my $50 onboard credit for. Or is it $40? It's 50 euros or 40 US dollar credit that I got with my $1,000 cruise cabin for a 7-day cruise. Now I do need to though, and I just learned like all the different like tiers of, the Fantastica, Aria, Yacht Club, the different experiences. So next time I will make sure I at least do maybe Aria and up to get myself a different MSC experience. But your girl has been Fantastica-ing it up. The Foxes Den says, so also let me know. So I told y'all the brewery surprised me. Let me know what surprised you. I'm sorry, I'm like little burpy and belty. I was like eating dinner, watching the naming ceremony, and then ran up here and sat in the couch or on my chair to do this live stream. So my dinner is talking back. Fox's Den says, also the pool on the Lido deck was amazing. So big and chill. Shout out to Rich and Jazzy Live. Yeah, Rich and Jazzy's Live. They showed us the pool area, and the thing that caught my attention. So let me know in the chat what surprised you based on what you saw. What areas of the ship, what concepts of the ship have like surprised you so far with MSC? But Rich and Jazz definitely highlight the fact that MSC has some free cabanas that are on the pool deck that you can, get your cabana. Various seating that doesn't charge. You don't have to pay $600 more to just enjoy shaded areas on the pool deck. There are some loungers on the deck, and I was happy that they showed that. And again, World America has the pool concept that I like that was from like Meraviglia, where Seascape and Seashore had they had like two pools, like a dance floor in the top and the middle, where the pool on World America is very much like the pool on Meraviglia, the Lido pool, where it's like one big pool, but then it kind of has like a part in the middle that you can like connects the two pools almost. And I prefer that layout versus having the dance floor in the middle, because it's like outside of the evening time, what are you doing the dance floor in the middle of the pool? Folks are talking about the young lady who was singing. Question, Game Changer says, question, will you locate Auntie a good water hole on this ship? Absolutely, Auntie. So I have the drink package. I have the drink plus package. And your girl got in on the drink package before MSC changed it. Because now MSC, this is what I don't like MSC. MSC is doing a carnival where they're doing the 15 drink limit for the drink package. Now, it's not like Carnival where they shut you off. The drink package actually, what is it called? The drink package, you can still buy additional drinks, but after 15, you have to start purchasing them. It used to be their drink package was unlimited. You had the package. So I am grandfathered to the drink package. Because I was like, all these new bars, even though I don't like gin, I want to try the gin spot. So I have you covered, Auntie, with finding a good watering hole, because I got watering hole money. Sharo says, I received some of the past guest discount with MSC, and that was nice. So, yep, good to know that if you ever sell MSC, you get some of the past guest discounts. And I believe you also get it, again, according to whatever tier that you have with them. On the Go Yellow says, facts, can't get on all PTO struggles. Listen, PTO struggles, money struggles, because I'm looking at a cruise for my birthday. But I was just kind of like, I feel like if I pick a cruise for my birthday, there's something that I want to do later in the year is going to suffer. So it's like, and honestly, y'all, like, my thing with content creating is like, the more you travel, the harder it is to get content out. It's almost like I'm starting to get to the point that I like being at home, because I can like actually get through these videos. Like actually get to putting out these videos. So it's kind of like time, money, all the things. Keisha H says, to accumulate loyalty points in MSC Cruises Voyagers Club, you earn points based on the MSC experience. So you get Bella, Fantastica, Oria, or Yacht Club, the length of your cruise, and then any prepaid services. Thank you for that, Keisha H. So you get points based on the section, the type of category of cabin that you book, how long your cruise is, and if you buy any prepaid services. On the Go Yellow says, MSC, we see you, get your promotions on. Yep, they are definitely they were doing a lot of promotions. So I'm like, how much do you have to pay for, or how much does it cost to get like a sponsorship for the third hour? Like, how much to pay to be featured on the third hour of the Today Show? Like, what kind of money is that? And thank you for the lady's name, Dylan. Thank you. Yes, Dylan, Craig, and Uncle Al Roker were all on the ship this morning. So that was our preview. Then after they got, did their thing, got out the way, they had the cast of Below Deck come on board. They had Fat Joe come on board. They did a shopping segment that I wasn't able to see. They highlighted some of the activities on the ship. Then about that time, we started seeing the trickling in from like creators and people who were invited on the ship. And the first highlight was this new state-of-the-art terminal that they have for MSC, which apparently it does biometric data. to help you with boarding. So Jaretha says, I know you are getting ready to cruise, so we can chat when you get back. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you, Jaretha. I am literally like, I'm like, I still got to pack. I still got to file my taxes. I finally got all like my hair, nails, all that good stuff done. But now it's like, I got to get stuff in the suitcase. Game Changers is Drew Barrymore getting ready to crack the bottle, the godmother. Okay. Excuse me. And they had someone crack the bottle already on her. So this ship is like doubly christened. Cynthia Jackson says, my price was $1,300. Okay, so I was asking Cynthia. Cynthia's going on MSC World America August 9th, which I'm guessing is also a 7-day cruise. And she paid $1,300 per person. And they have a deluxe balcony. And this will be her first MSC experience. So, you know, there are cruise lines who are charging like $3,000 for like old ships. So not bad for a new ship at all. Gina's World is an ambassador of Yacht Club. She says Yacht Club is amazing. Do it even in an interior. It's great. Yeah. I should have done Yacht Club when I was on Meraviglia. I should have did Yacht Club when I was on Meraviglia because I got on Meraviglia, which if you haven't noticed, I put out a movie, a compilation of my first experience on MSC, which was Meraviglia. I put that out on Monday. I think it dropped like Monday at midnight. And that one's doing really well. It has really good tips for a first time cruising MSC, as well as if you ever leave from the Brooklyn Cruise Terminal, good tips there. But I should have did it then because essentially people who have booked a Yacht Club interior or even have been on a Yacht Club interior were getting bumped up to higher cabins. So I met this couple who they've been in a Yacht Club interior, and when they got on the ship, they were in a Yacht Club balcony. I'm not saying it's going to happen on your sailing, but I thought that was cool. The bottle has been cracked, and they are holidaying, and now Drew Barry. Thank you for the play-by-play cruising capers. I appreciate this, Couch Cruisers. We love it. We love an immersive experience. So y'all are giving us the play-by-play of the what is it called, the naming ceremony. I know we have some people who are on the ship. I know at 8:30 I think I told Rockwell to come. She might be caught up, and I also know she's been a long day and the internet has been wonky or her device might have died, but if all things go as planned, Rockwell from MH Family Adventures will be popping up. If she doesn't, it's cool because I'll be on the ship in three-ish days. And we'll be going live for sure on Saturday around 4:00 p.m. Which is funny because like we'll have the preview cruisers they have a really hectic schedule of preview cruisers. So I get to, kind of give you the perspective that maybe they don't catch. I got to find something unique to show y'all on Saturday. Hey, Mickey's Adventures, welcome in. Game Changers is official. Let the invasion begin of us, the cousins getting on MSC. On the Go Yellow says, yes, I saw the carpet in the cabins. It looks brown, weird, and gray. And yes, MSC for some reason will not. One of my cabins was like a dark purple, I think. Was it? And then one of my cabins was brown. And that would be like the only thing that I'm kind of like, do we have to have brown rooms? That would be like my only like qualm about MSC. Lots of browns, lots of dark colors, and not kind of like refreshing colors. So I'm going to really enjoy that botanic garden area because of the greens and the creams. I'll probably like the area that's on the top of this ship because it's more colorful. If Mickey's Adventure says, just finished watching it live with MH Family Adventures. Yep, she had a really good live. Wi-Fi was on her side. Mickey says, I love cats. Crazy Homebody Girl says, I hate cats. Mickey says, I had to write a paper after seeing the Broadway show Cats for music class in college. Now listen, it's a whole like psychological piece. Like when you finally realize like who the cats represent. The cats are like the circle of life for people and that kind of thing. Then it kind of makes sense, but it takes such a long time to get. Like cats can really be 45 minutes. But it's like 2 hours of this, and it's kind of like you're telling me about how people age. And the only thing you had to do is tell me that in 45 minutes that, we grow old, we have memories, and we die. But yeah, somehow they stretched that into 2 hours. But apparently there's going to be a remake of Cats with like a LGBTQ ballroom theme that's being pitched possibly for Broadway. So I would go see that. I think I would go see that if I can, because I like that spin, like the ballroom spin on things. Travel SC says Cats used to be longer. Oh my God, they cut 30 minutes of it. Jesus Christ. Damian Quana says they are on. Okay, so Royal Caribbean has what is it called? Shows on Vision class ships, but not all ships in the class have a show. Thank you for Damian Quana. Is our resident Royal Caribbean connoisseurs or ambassadors. That's the word I was looking for. Turkisha says, is Cats really that bad? Y'all making the show seem like it ran as long as a commercial. Cats is bad. Like, and particularly again, Cats on a cruise ship, because this is 2.5 hours. No, what's it called? No, 2.5 hours, no intermission. Then people bring their kids to Cats thinking that we're talking about some, you know, like it's going to be a Disney production. And so then the kids start talking, flipping out, crying. Then people get bored, so they start walking across you. And at some point you have to make a decision of like, am I going to tough it out, or I'm going to get up and leave too? And I just wanted to tough it out because I was like, I this is already paid in my cruise fare. I want this cultural experience of seeing Cats, but I'm like, I'm so happy that I saw Cats without having to pay any extra money for a ticket. And is Cats still the longest running play, or is it Phantom of the Opera? Now, who knows that too? Aaron Roster is here. Welcome in, saying good evening. Damian Quana says the show had my brother sleeping and Cats dancing over them. Lord have mercy. Let me see. Folks are talking about Cats. On the Go Yellow says that's good. I like that they give you options to obtain points of status. Me too. Because not everybody's gonna be able to do the whole like I need 1,000 nights on the ship so I can get, I don't know, some free internet. So I appreciate that you can buy other things and move on up. So I'll get to show y'all on Saturday, or be able to talk about like what the diamond experience is on MSC, because I think I get like priority boarding. There should be some like goodies in my cabin. I think I get some discounts on some things. So I'm looking forward to it. Damien Aquana says he's gonna they're gonna talk to corporate because they're corporate and they're gonna get, you know, when they talk to the people that know how to make things happen. So cool to know. Question from Yolo: is it worth to upgrade the Aria experience? I have not done the Aria experience yet personally, so I'm going to just talk about what other people mentioned. I will say yes, it's worth to upgrade Aria because you get particularly if you go on World America, you get the thermal spa, which is bigger. It looks like it's enhanced. You also get a restaurant, I believe, dedicated to Aria folks. So you won't get the regular restaurant with Gym Pop. You get your own special restaurant with the Aria experience. So I say yes. And actually, one of the categories that I've been on was the Aria. I think I've been on an Aria Ocean View, I believe, because I wanted at least the upgraded dining, the dedicated dining experience. I can go to a spa like one time on a ship and I'm okay. I don't need to go to the spa like every day. So that perk doesn't like speak to me, but I do like knowing MSC's like food, service, that kind of thing. Have like a dedicated dining experience and like a smaller dining room, that does appeal to me. On the Go Yellow says, I like the pool area for sure and the additional snack options. Those snack options, so we're talking about back on World America, and Rich and Jazz actually highlighted this on their live. Excuse me. So we're watching Rich and Jazz's live, and Jazz is really doing a good job of highlighting all the quick eats that have emerged on the World America ship, which is a new concept. Like previously when I was on World, other, what is it called? MSC ships. I'm trying to think of I don't think there was like a quick food service. Like there might've been like a burger, fry, ice cream stand. With World America, there are like several little huts. So there's a pizza and burger spot on one of the decks. There is the Paxos is not just a restaurant; it's also a quick eats experience with Greek food. And then there's like a hot dog, popcorn. Um, they call it Jamaican beef patty, but according to all the chats, it tastes more like an empanada kind of stand. So I'm excited about that because that's something that MSC has been getting dinged for. And I remember, particularly, we were on Seascape for Melanin at Sea. Folks were like going hungry because like all the food options like wrapped up at 12. Well, when I was on the seashore, and apparently what they're going to do now on the Sea World America is that they're going to they have longer dining. So like there are options that will be open until about 3 a.m. in regards to dining. So you can be able to get a snack up until 2 a.m. on one spot and 3 a.m. So no more Hunger Games on MSC. There will be something for like the nightclub folks, late night casino folks to fill your system so that we don't have to keep calling customer service for those ham and cheese sandwiches. So yes, there are more quick eats now on MSC, and then there are late quick bites as well. M. Rosser says the variety of snacks on the outdoor promenade area surprised me. Yep, that definitely surprised me. I was not expecting that at all because again, even like the first, even though I like really enjoyed Mirabilia, the first, and even more very prominently with Seascape because I was with a group and we had to do all the group activities, at a certain time. MSC had historically was like, look, breakfast is from 9 o'clock to 10:30. And then they close down until 12 and there's nothing else open. Then it's like, okay, lunch is from 12 o'clock to 1:30 and they close, there's nothing else. So I appreciate that they listen and understand that the American market of cruises, we love a snack. We are hungry hippos. Turkish says, yes, I agree with pool area being so wide, so big, wide, and spacious. Game Changer says, wasn't there a picture of Richard Pryor in a comedy club? Or was I tripping? I did not see that. But what I did peep, and it was really, and this is why I guess, I'm sorry, I'm looking for a chapstick. This is why representation matters. I didn't peep Richard Pryor in the comedy club, but what I peeped was when Rich and Jazz, during their live stream, pause for the callers. When Rich and Jazz went into the sports bar, they're walking through the sports bar and you hear, I think it was Rain. Rain says, oh, Simone Biles, and points to a picture. And there's a picture of Simone Biles. Actually, it was like one of the whole Olympic teams on the wall, right at eye level. Like that kind of stuff matters, So I did peep that they had Simone Biles, but I did not see Richard Pryor. But I will see the comedy club set up when I go on Saturday. And the comedy club, is going to have something that I really enjoy, and that's the dueling pianos. So I'm looking forward to seeing dueling pianos on the ship. Gina's Rose says the quick eats area looks nice. The Greek food and the fake Jamaican patty. Yes. The consensus is there is a spot, which I appreciate them for trying to give us a patty. But the consensus is one of the quick eat spots promotes a Jamaican beef patty. There's also a chicken version, but Raquel, as well as Rich and Jazzy Life, said that it really tastes more like an empanada. But I mean, I've never seen a cruise ship for quick bites have an empanada, a quick empanada to go. So I appreciate them for trying. Now they're going to have to go get some patty lessons, but Margaret Logan says the kids area that Raquel shared was awesome. Yes, it's a huge Lego room on the ship. Mickey's Venture says they had everything on. But she said I was underwhelmed that not too many people were covering. Oh, okay. So Mickey's Venture says she had her laptop, iPad, 2 different phones ready for the lives. There were only 2 that I saw, MH Family Adventures and Rich and Jazzy Life. I was underwhelmed that not too many people were covering or recording. Yeah, and I would say like people have different styles when they get on the ship. Like some channels are doing more like pictures. Well, one we learned during my live stream is that each channel or each person who was invited, particularly the influencers that were invited, were given an assignment. So some influencers are supposed to be sharing Instagram stories. Some influencers are supposed to give a long form. Some people were supposed to like share the TikTok. I know some influencers were like, oh, they're going to try to do a little extra because MSC, this was actually, some of them were paid to be hosted. So not just on board, but on board and paid by MSC. So it also depends on like, what that person's contract, why were they invited, and what they were supposed to do. But apparently we didn't want a whole lot of live streams because it seemed like their live streams were like really messing up. Like the Wi-Fi, not the live streams are messing up, but the Wi-Fi wasn't be able to hold. So I can only imagine like if, the people that we saw streaming, were having issues. Can you imagine like you got 10 people trying to live stream and they're all like popping in and out? Bite Size Cruising had a good live stream from their room though. So it appears, I guess, that the Wi-Fi in rooms isn't too bad. Which means that they probably have, what is it called? A tower. They probably have a what is it called? A router in the rooms. Edward says, please explain how far out did you book your World America cruise? Yeah, I booked my cruise June. I got the paper right here. I booked my cruise June 12th, 2023 at 1:27 p.m. And this is my, hopefully I didn't show y'all too much. That was my what is it called? My papers. So I booked it June 12th, 2023. And I don't know what made me, because this was before like Icon stuff. I don't know what made me book MSC World America. I think like listening to some of the conversation about World America in regards to, like, oh, MSC is trying to grow its its presence in the US market. I'm trying to think, had I already sailed MSC by then? I can't remember. I can't remember when I sailed Meraviglia, but basically it was just kind of like, all right, MSC is bringing one of the big ships. I think I saw World Europa content and I was like, oh, well, if this ship is coming to US, I'm going to book it. So yeah, June, almost 2 years ago. And here, we're going to pop up while we have her. Ship.
Oh, am I live?
Yes. Oh, did you need a moment?
Hello, everyone. Hope the reception's okay.
Oh, somehow I don't know how you have it, but you have really good streaming.
Oh, good.
So first off, congratulations! Your phone understood the assignment with streaming the welcome aboard, not welcome aboard, the naming ceremony.
Yeah, and I decided to do that kind of like last minute. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and go live.
You had the perfect seat for it. It looked very professional.
Yes, I appreciate it.
So Rockwell, I know you had a long day. What has surprised you about this ship? Because you are another, official MSC ambassador.
Mm-hmm. I like this ship, guys. I will tell you, I was talking with a few others and my sister, and we were kind of comparing because it kind of gives a little bit of Icon vibes a little bit. I'm liking this ship better. I like the layout of it. Just the way things are situated. It's just really nice. What I'm really liking, and I'm getting a lot of questions about, would be the included dining options. That's different from the other ships. So they have the pizza and burger spot, which I had a chicken burger from there earlier. It was really good. Now they had some chicken wings. They're boiled or baked or whatever, kind of like Virgin Voyages. They don't taste bad, but very different. So I love that section. They have the promenade bites, and then they have, I had a beef empanada. So I'm just kind of sampling some of those included casual dining options, because I know that's what a lot of people are curious about, because that's kind of one of the things that sets the ship, outside of the other MSC ships. So, so I'm just been like sampling and what have you, but I'm just liking the layout of the ship. Everything is, I mean, I'm just kind of bouncing all over.
I wasn't expecting the quick eats at all. Mickey's Adventure has an interesting viewpoint here. Mickey's Adventure says they're interested in trying MSC World America as a first MSC cruise. Would you recommend this as an introduction to MSC cruises?
I mean, it's kind of hard to say. I would say if you're going to introduce yourself to MSC, if you're okay with not having a lot of casual, because I think that's the biggest difference.
Mhm.
When we talk, being World America and designed for Americans, it would be having those casual dining options. They have now a comedy club, which most of their ships don't have a dedicated comedy club. They have a couple extra bars that they don't have on other ships. I would say a good starter ship for MSC would be probably like your MSC Seashore, MSC Seascape. Those ships are beautiful, very, very similar to this ship. This ship is just a little bit larger and it has more dining venues. So if you're not a picky eater,
Mhm.
um, it's one of those things where if you do this first, like there's not going to be another ship like this out of the US for a minute, then
Okay.
you
Yeah.
really don't have another ship. So you're going to somewhat be disappointed if you go to a different ship.
Question for you
So
about the U.S. ship. Have they said when Booking World Atlantic will become available?
I don't know. They just started
Okay.
booking for World Asia
Okay.
a few months ago. So I have not heard anything about World Atlantic yet. So as soon as I do, I'm sure we'll be sharing it out. So, but yeah,
Cool.
right
Yeah.
now I think it's just World Asia.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I heard them before I transitioned to over here. Before I left your live stream, I saw that they introduced the new CEO of the what is it, North American,
Yeah,
and he was like, "And we're going to eventually have World Atlantic." So I was like, "Ooh, I wonder if they're going to drop some
yeah,
tea on."
that would be. Yeah, I'll let you know if I hear anything. That would be amazing.
Have you been? I know Shara says asked me if I'll be trying any specialty dining, and the answer for me is yes. I bought a 2-pack dining package, but I want to redo the steakhouse because I did not have a great experience. I'm familiar with the steakhouse, but I want to give it another try. And I got to find another one to eat. But have you had specialty dining? I know they're giving y'all a preview of all the.
Yeah, so they had a lot of samples out today. So I think so. They kind of have me assigned to different spots, and we're supposed to get invited. Tonight is the gala dinner, so like I'm actually waiting on my food to arrive. But so they're having the gala dinner right now, which is getting filet mignon, lobster, crab cake, all of that. So hopefully that's good. But no specialty dining yet. But I did go around and kind of sample some things. So Paxos, which is the new Greek restaurant. I had a few bites from there that was pretty tasty. I think that's probably going to be my favorite dining venue, just the look of it. It's
Okay.
2 stories. It's on the World Promenade. It's 2 stories. Well, the upper level is for dining, so you can dine up there. But it's kind of like an open restaurant, so you can see them cooking. They have like a fresh fish stand right
Mm,
there, so it really makes you feel like you're in Greece. So I love that. That's probably my favorite. The way it looks, the venue. Now I do hope to dine there tomorrow. That's my plan.
okay.
So there I tried. Um, the sports bar. So the sports bar had small
Mhm.
bites for us. They had wings, which were pretty good. They were fried wings, not boiled.
Yeah.
So fried wings, and then they had sliders and things. So those were tasty. So
The fried
I'll
wings
try to
on
get around.
Seascape were good, and they were
Yeah,
actually seasoned. Like
yeah,
I
these
ordered a
were
couple.
too.
I ordered a
These were
couple
too.
baskets of those.
Yeah, they were just dredged in barbecue. And I'm not a fan of barbecue like that,
Oh,
but yeah, yeah, I plan to try as much as I can in these 3 days. They have a lot of things open for us to kind of just walk in and sample and try. But as far as like dining, I think tomorrow, I think I have sushi, and then the next night, I'm not sure where I'm going to be. So I hope to try more, but if not, I want to try some of the places that I haven't tried on the other ships, like the steakhouse. I've done. I've done sushi. I've done teppanyaki. I would like to try. I'm not a big Italian eater, but I do want to check out Italy.
mhm.
But I'm really excited for Paxos. That's probably where I'm going to be excited, where I'm going to dine.
Yeah. My cruising family says World America has a pizza and bar burger too,
Yeah.
but those other
Oh,
stalls have definitely been for the American market. So they have
oh, good.
enhanced World America. It's not just a duplicate of World Europa.
Okay. I didn't realize that. Good to know.
Yeah. So I know you all tonight are you doing the shows? I heard Gloria Estefan is on board. It's late.
Uh, is it Gloria Estefan or is it Gwen Stefani?
Oh shoot. I don't see. That's what happens in the rumor mill.
I don't know.
I've
I might be
heard
wrong.
Mark Anthony. I've heard Gloria Estefan.
And
I've
I was calling
heard
him Ricky Martin. I was like, who is that? So yeah, there were a few celebrities on board. I did get a shot of Mark Anthony. So apparently he
you.
has,
Mhm.
I think he has a cologne line or sunglasses or something on board, and that's why he
Okay.
was here. So one of the shops.
And you got a really good shot of Drew Barrymore.
Yes, I just so I was doing ending my live stream, and they were telling me I had to go inside, and I'm like, well, that means something's about to happen. So I kind of just lingered, and there she walked right by. So
Awesome. Yeah,
yeah,
cool
it's
to see.
exciting.
Cool to see. And
Hmm.
so we also can squash the rumors. So remember on Monday we were like, are there two cruise directors? Are there one? It seems like that rumor is squashed.
Seems like it's just one.
And it's
Seems like there's
just
just one, Dr. E. Yeah, and he's doing a great job.
Alicia says she has to give MSC another try. I've been hearing that all day long.
Me too. Oh, my inbox is full. My inbox is full. People are asking, and they're like, "My, we have a group cruise for December, and the rate I have is so good." And people are like, "I only have a few cabins left." So, I
What's
think
your rate?
people,
I've been asking people that. Like somebody had a $1,300 per person rate in August. What's the rate for your because that's a Christmas cruise.
yeah, it's Christmas. I think the lowest price cabin with drinks and Wi-Fi was around 2,100, I believe, for two people. But right now, if you look online, you're paying at least 3,000. Um, so without drinks and Wi-Fi. So yeah, my rate is a lot better with drinks and Wi-Fi included. But just in general, people are reaching out like, "Hey, I want to get on World America," or "I'm going to give them a try." So if you're someone that's been kind of leery of MSC, I would say maybe this would be a good first shot with them. But just know that any other ship is going to be a little smaller, not have as many inclusions as far as the dining. So, but the
And
ship is
it'll be
beautiful.
interesting to see for me, like how the consistency. Like we were starting to see the peak on Seashore. Like Seashore was like the turning point for me. Like
Yeah.
Maravilla, I found to be really good. Um,
Hmm.
in my blog, I was saying like, oh, they are giving Royal Caribbean a run for its money in regards to vibe for me.
Yeah.
And then Seascape, it was kind of like it was the traditional MSC experience for me, and I was kind of like, And then Seashore is when I started seeing some of the changes and intentionality
Yeah.
in regards to like they were preparing for the US market. And now it seems they got it right for World America.
Yeah.
Um, Yellow says, would you recommend Maravilla as a good entry ship to try MSC?
Yes. Yes. For sure.
I like the spaces. Let me try to see if anybody had any questions for you. Am I holding you up for dinner?
I'm waiting on my dinner to arrive, so I don't know
Oh,
if it's there yet. So right now there's a bunch of people on board right now that will be leaving the ship soon. So so they have visitors come on for the naming ceremony and for the gala dinner and to tour this and that. It's very similar to what I did when I was on MSC Seascape out of New York. They give you
mhm.
a cabin, they tell you you can rest, you spend all day drinking, eating, have dinner, then you have to get off. So there a lot of people are going to be getting off. So like
Yeah, I
right
heard.
now,
And
it's
then you
really
all
rough.
pull away at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, yeah, because there's things on the schedule till like 2. I won't be out that late, but
Oh, they are partying.
oh yeah, yeah.
Who
So
was it? Someone said there was a strong Italian presence, so they really brought like their executives are really like partying and
they
celebrating
are.
this moment
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
they are.
Are
They
you
are.
planning on trying Italy? Someone asked. It looks amazing.
I would like to. I'm not a huge Italian eater, but I'll get some fish or seafood or whatever. So I'm hoping to try it, but I don't know. This is a short cruise, so if I don't try it this time, I'll try it in December.
Yeah, and my plan is to give it a try. It was going to be interesting to see because Rockwell, you all get like pretty much an untethered experience. My worry is, I heard it's sold out on Saturday. It's the only sold out sailing at the moment, or as of like a day or two ago.
Okay.
And my worry is like it's going to be so many people that I'm not going to be able to do all the things that I want to do. But I hope
Yeah.
to get into Italy. Hopefully, the priority boarding helps with getting some of those.
Yeah, hopefully. Now
Those
that
key
terminal
times.
is gorgeous. The terminal is huge and it's so quick. So literally you don't even really have to pull out well, you do pull out your boarding pass at some point, but as soon as you go through, they ask for your passport, they scan your face, and then you go pass them your boarding pass and you just go ahead. It was like super fast.
Game
Yeah.
Changers asks, based on the demand or increased interest, do you think the price will go up drastically, slowly, or not at all?
I think it's going to go up drastically. It's already started going up. Um,
Oh,
I've been pricing people for the last few weeks, couple months for MSC World America. And then you always get people that are interested and then they change their mind and they come back a few weeks later. Like I had someone the other day, their sailing went up like $600 within like
whoa.
maybe 3 or 4 weeks of me quoting them. So yeah, the cost is definitely going up.
Oh, wow. That's good to know. So book
Hmm.
it. And then if you're not sure, what's your tip? Do Fantastica.
Do the what?
Right. I said, if you're not sure, you can book Fantastica because they'll give you
Yeah.
one complimentary change
Yeah.
with the Fantastica. And is it
Right.
Fantastica and higher?
Fantastic and higher. So Fantastic and Aria.
Okay. So
Hmm.
if that's a pointer that if you want to book MSC, you're not sure the date might work for you, do it Fantastica or Aria so you are able
Yes.
to change. I don't want to hold you because I know you. But any
Yeah.
like parting words, I guess, or things you want to
Um,
leave us with, or what are you doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow's Ocean K Day, so they open up their conservation lab or what have you. So we'll be touring that, and then we have like designated times to really get to some of these areas to film. So we'll be doing that. I think I have the spa tour, and then I'm supposed to have an excursion in Ocean K, but I don't know what that is yet. So I'll find out when I get back to my cabin. So I'll be
Okay.
bouncing around all day tomorrow. Tomorrow's a very very busy day, so I'm gonna have dinner
Where can
and
we
try to
catch
rest. And
you
then,
for tomorrow? Should we just have our notifications on? Because I'm
yeah,
sure
because
you're
I may
live
go
streaming.
live. Yeah, I may go
Okay.
live.
Cool. Well, thanks for popping up.
No,
Enjoy
I
your
appreciate
dinner.
it. I was sitting down for dinner and I saw you live. I said, "Oh, I forgot."
Well, thank you. Thank you so
No,
much.
thank you. All right,
Have
I'll
a
see
good
you. All
one.
right, you too.
So Rockwell hinted on where we probably stopped. Oh, I should have asked her about the music around the ship. I was able to see one of the DJs on Rich and Jazz's live. And it seemed like it was like fist pumping music. But we'll see. Definitely, I'm guessing people are going to go live this evening with music. Big Murph says, I hope people loosened up after the naming ceremony. That crowd was tough and stiff. Listen, when you look, you got old money. Because remember, MSC is shipping money. And this cruise stuff is like their little play money. So they had some, people with a lot to lose. But like people were definitely, they have a lot of their executives on the ship, people who are in celebratory mode for sure. So Raquel hit on something interesting, and that was basically where we kind of stopped. So after, Al Roker and them got on the ship, then came the next thing, which was essentially the you had their influencers getting on board, and many of the influencers were hitting on basically that they had this new state of the art terminal in terminal AA. So put that in your calendars if you're going to the terminal AA. And we know Miami has been having a lot of issues recently with traffic. So give yourself plenty of time to get to the port when you go to Terminal AA, but that's where World America is leaving from. But they have the state-of-the-art terminal where essentially they scan your boarding or they scan your ID once, and then from there it's just biometric boarding. So that's a really good enhancement that we weren't like necessarily anticipating for sure. Let's get into the comments. Folks are saying, have a blessed evening. My cruising family says MSC still has great prices. They were cheaper years ago, but World America's probably will have these prices skyrocket. And the good news is, so World America will probably be their cash cow for a bit, but MSC still has, a number of ships that are still going to be here. So you'll still have I think Seascape is hanging out until it goes over to Galveston if it's already not in Galveston. I think Grandiosa is coming. So they're bringing their smaller ships. So basically you're going to have an option to either do a really big ship or do a smaller ship. And they even have like Seashore, which is you can get a 3-day cruise on Seashore. And I got a 3-day cruise on Seashore for well under, I think, $198 for 3 days with the balcony. So now's the time, as my cruising family says, to jump on booking MSC because those prices are definitely right. But as again, all this promo keeps rolling out, the prices are going to keep going up. So now's the time to book maybe those holidays, or like me, book a year out and can anticipate getting on next year. My cruising family says, love how organized MSC is with this. Yes. I got to see Raquel's schedule, and it was like a full 10-page schedule of you need to be here. These are the mandatory events. These are not the mandatory events. Wear this. So they definitely had a really good team behind this launch. Chock full of events for sure. Dr. E got to get a pay raise, hopefully on that ship. Yeah. And then somebody else to watch out for is Ryan Rose. So there's another former Carnival, as you all know, Dr. E was from Carnival, and he hopped over to MSC. Well, Ryan Rose had left Carnival, and he's on one of the MSC ships now. So I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about World Atlantic, which might be coming to, I'm not saying this is, but I'm imagining World Atlantic will either come to Port Canaveral or they'll move World America to Port Canaveral and bring World Atlantic to Miami for a bit. I say keep your eyes on Ryan Rose because he is one of Carnival's newer favorites. He was one of Carnival's former favorites that's now on MSC too, and I've heard he's doing a really good job on MSC. So on the Go Yellow says, I noticed the terminal when we sailed last month. It's big, absolutely. Edward Strand says he's looking at the exact cruise cost for World America RA cabin. The price difference is already $850, y'all. So the price is slowly creeping up. Not slowly creeping up, it's quickly creeping up. If there's already an $850 price difference or that's the difference between, I guess, Aria. Okay, Eddie, what's the difference? Looking at my exact cruise cost, World America. Oh, so what he paid for our Aria cabin, the difference is, so his Edward Strand had already booked the cruise. His cruise is already at $850 more than what he booked it for. So the prices are creeping up for sure. G Foxes, I saw also that World America had a 14-day cruise for next summer. I was looking into that one. Oh, where's that one going? Because MSC has this interesting thing where they put people off at different ports. So like you might book a 14-day cruise, somebody books a 7-day cruise, and literally like the 7-day people will get, like, you'll all be on the ship at the same time, but at some point, the midpoint, the 7-dayers will get off. So they have an interesting way of doing their itineraries. But hopefully you all have, got to peek at MSC. I head out on Friday, but I'll be going live from the ship on Saturday around probably 4-ish, right before the sail away party. The sail away party is 4:30. I was going to share with you all the what is it called? The cruise planner, but I know we went longer than anticipated, so I won't bore you all with that. But make sure you either both follow me on Instagram. Make sure you follow me because I'll be doing like a play-by-play on Instagram. Then tune in on Saturday. There'll be a live. And my goal is to basically produce my room tour as well as produce my probably like a quick preview of the day sailing, or the preview of the day on World America. So let's get into these last few comments. G Foxes, we appreciate you for couch cruising. No problem. I appreciate you, 67. I think it was up to 74 people for popping in to chat with me about World America. I will be glued on all the content. Make sure you all hit up your favorite creators because, as you all heard from Raquel, they will be at Ocean K tomorrow. And Ocean K already has a new concept where they are releasing their new Marine Reserve building. So that will be a first glimpse for you all who are watching all the content. Don't forget to pack your washcloths. Yes. The one thing I need you to let me know is if there are washcloths already in the cabin. I will let you know that. And I'll be sure to pack my washcloths just in case that they are no longer washcloths on MSC. Cruising Caper says she heard the next MSC world-class ship will be home porting at Port Canaveral. So I'm guessing that's where World Atlantic is going, or I also heard they're bringing, I think, Grandiosa over somewhere. Thank you, you be watching. Thank you. Travis C says 14 is a back-to-back, East 1 week, West the next week that they're advertising next year. So I will see y'all in these live streams, these chats. This is Steve with Steve. Thanks for coming to chat with me. Again, I will be going live on Saturday with content where I'll be on boarding World America myself. So I hope to see y'all in the comments. And then, but yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Good night. Thanks for popping by.